I don't know a girl who has been as booked and busy as you are ever since you stepped off that main stage. I guess it's safe to say it truly is the survival of the thickest. Am I right, Queen?
Oh, darling, you couldn't be any more right. It's just like an incredibly diverse and well-rounded group. And so it's got to be a hit. And when you have your own pillows, I mean, come on.
Come on! Who are you playing in this show, and what is your character all about?
I mean, surprise, surprise, the character's name is Peppermint. This is one of those shows that kind of intersects with real life. And so, even though it's a fiction, it is based on Michelle Buteau's real life experiences in love and relationships and life and career. You know, Nicole Byer, I think, plays herself. And so Peppermint plays herself. And the character is based off of me, of course.
I mean, that is everything, Pep. I mean, is it kind of crazy to think that literally a role was written for you based off of you for Netflix? I mean, that's wild, Diva.
I can't even believe it, and I'm drowning in gratitude, to be honest with you. This was a Black trans woman who lived in Harlem in New York City, who is a drag entertainer. I was like, okay, this is like really similar. So, you know, I got it.
Here we are. You've just added so many incredible things to your resume. And what's cool is you're not only entertaining us on this, girl, you're making us laugh in this comedy special that dropped a couple months ago.
When I had the opportunity to do this and thought of all the other comedy specials that talk about transgender people and transgender issues and transgender rights, and the ones that are out there are really influential in the wrong way, and they are quite transphobic and things that I would say that the trans community in general is not proud and doesn't view as any sort of representation, but it is representation because to the people that are watching it, the millions of people that are watching those comedy specials, that's as much as they're going to hear about a transgender person. And so some comic can get up on his special. If he's allowed to use his platform and his skill as a comedian to talk about something he knows nothing about, which is the trans community, then I'm going to use my skill as a drag entertainer and my experience, which is something I know everything about, to do something I know nothing about, which is stand-up comedy. And there you have it. If you're going to go into my world, I'm going to go into yours. And so that's what I decided to do, and I'm really grateful. And aside from all the doom and the gloom and the very serious things that our community is dealing with, and we're seeing sort of play out in real life in the legislatures all across the country, how laws are being written and we are there's an attempt to sort of legislate us out of existence, which won't happen. You know, in addition to that, I also wanted people the opportunity to hear from a trans person's mouth and perspective about the joy and the love that we feel and the connection that we have with one another and the sense of accomplishment and the sense of contribution that we have to this world. So I guess this is the year of comedy for me because I got my comedy special, I have Survival of the Thickest, you know, and I feel good about that.
I love this for you. And let me say, girl, I honestly don't even think it's a year of comedy for you because you've always been so funny. I mean, even just thinking of your name, I think of some of the most hysterical things that have gone viral. I mean, there's like honestly too many to reference. I mean, it's fashion, race, this. I mean, so many. I mean, it's pretty crazy to think that this is your comedy era because in my opinion, you've always been a comedy queen, Diva.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, you know, I never thought of myself as that, but I did on Drag Race. Maybe it was prophetic. It was a prophecy because I did win the comedy roast, right?
Exactly.